All right, so let's get into it. Hey moms, it's your girl Alicia Holland, your favorite mompreneur and lifestyle coach for all of my fabulous moms that boss, where I teach moms how to launch and grow their online business so they can leave their 9 to 5 like I did and start creating the life that they want. So thanks for tuning in to our next edition in the Success Workshop series. We're going to be going over Business Plans 101. I can honestly admit, when I started my first business, which is my Heavily Natural and Me skincare line, I did not have a business plan in the very beginning. Do you have to have a business plan? No, you don't. But it is good to have one. Do I have one now? Absolutely. Now, if you are someone who was like me in the very beginning, well, actually, I still do this. You are self-funding, you are bootstrapping everything. Again, you don't necessarily need to have a business plan, but if you're going to be reaching out to banks, if you're going to be trying to, bring in investors or anything like that, you are going to want to have a business plan. Okay. And when you're first starting out, you don't know everything. You're still learning. You're still piecing things together. So your business plan does not have to be this like full out elaborate thing unless you're taking it to investors or the bank. So I'm actually going to go over just a quick business plan with you guys. And if you are in the Side Hustle Boot Camp, the actual program, you actually get a nice little PDF printout for you to, make sure that you have everything. It's a worksheet to help you put your business plan actually together. And then, of course, during our coaching calls, we will go over that in detail. So I want you to think of your business plan as kind of like a blueprint for your business. As time goes on, you will make adjustments to it, you know, because you're going to have different goals and things like that. So whatever you put on it is not set in stone. Like sometimes messaging changes, your target audience may change or whatever, but don't be afraid. But you do want to have one. So it's like having like, those setting the foundation for your business. You want to have a strong foundation. And again, I am telling you guys this, so you don't make the same mistakes that I did. I want you to avoid them so that way you can scale your business much faster than I did. So, the first part of your business plan is your executive summary. Guys, your business plan overall, I want you to think of it like it is your research paper that you had to write while you were in school, because that's really what it is. Your executive summary is like that first paragraph, right, that you have to write um in your book report, in your whatever it is that you're writing for class. So that's what I want you to think of it as. It's a summary of why someone should be investing in your business, why they should be on board with you. And this executive summary will actually change. You will adjust it depending on who you're giving your business plan to. You may not give the same business plan to someone if you know you're trying to bring on partners that you would to give it to, or should I say the executive summary, someone that you would be giving to at a bank or whatever the case may be. So you're tailoring your executive summary to the person that you are talking to. It is why you're reaching out to them, basically, kind of like your resume when you're doing your objective at the top. Guys, I come from a staffing background, but when you're doing your objective at the top, you're supposed to tailor it to the business that you're sending your resume to. Never send a generic one, okay? But yeah, so it's your opening paragraph. Like, what makes your business so special? Why should they continue to read? That is what you want to have in that executive summary. That wow factor that's going to get them to want to keep reading what you have in the rest of your business plan. So that's the first part. The second part is your company description. And this is why it's super important that you're making sure that you're working on your branding and your messaging and all of those things, because you want to make sure that you're getting this stuff down in your company description. Like, what's your vision? What's your mission? What does your business do? You need to be able to, when someone says, what does your business entail, that you can just spit it out. It's like your 30-second commercial. What is your business about? That is your company description, guys. And again, when you're first starting out, it does not have to be like this full out elaborate thing. Okay, keep it short and simple and to the point. Okay, all right. So after you got your company description down, again, it's your messaging. Make sure you got your messaging down. Branding and marketing are totally different things. What's your mission? What's your branding? All of that stuff. Like your target audience, like who is your audience, what problems are you solving? Like all of that should be in your company description. What is your business all about? But after that, that's when you get into the descriptions of all of your products and your services. What are you providing to your clients? Again, in your company description, you've talked about the problems that you're solving. So now what products and services are you providing to them in detail? Like, this is where you go into the detail of your products and services. You're not going into detail in your company summary. Again, it's a summary of your company. The different components in your business plan, which I'm going to go over with you, that's where you get into the details. So you're giving flat out details of the products and services. And again, like I said, as your company grows and you add more things, you take things away, your business plan that you have is going to evolve. Nothing is set in stone. So after you have put, excuse me, guys, after you have gotten that company description down, that's where you're going to get into the little bit more difficult part, your market analysis. This is where all of your research has come in. You have to do research on your market. Like, who is your target audience? And when I say who is your target audience, I do not mean oh, it's women between the ages of 20 to 65. No, 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 it is not. How you talk to a 20-year-old is completely different. How you talk to someone that's in their 60s is totally different messaging. You have to be able to relate to your audience. So you need to niche down. So you got to be so super detailed. Now, does that mean, when we say niche down, does that mean those are going to be the only people that buy from you? Absolutely not. But your messaging has to be directed to your target audience, and you don't want to be all over the place. So you want to make sure that you're niching down and you have who your target audience is in your business plan. Who are you serving? How are you serving them? Like, who's your competition? What's your industry? What are the trends in your industry? What are the statistics currently going on? And what's the stats of your industry? Like, you need to include all of those things in your market analysis. And if you don't know how to find this information, well, one, Google, but two, start asking questions. Ask your target audience, like, what are their pain points? Like, you have to be able to talk to them to be able to solve their issues. So make sure that you are niching down and making sure that is part of your market analysis in your business plan. Okay. So next, operations. How are you bringing what you offer to your clients? Is it going to be, you have your products in retail stores? Are you only going to have an e-commerce store? Are you only going to be selling on Etsy? Again, you're still starting things off. So you can add on to this, guys. Remember, you can always add on to your business plan. But how are you bringing your things to the market? Like, how is your business functioning? You have to get down to the nitty gritty of how you're doing business. Again, no one is going to want to invest in you if they have no idea how you're running things. No bank is going to give you any kind of money at all whatsoever if you're all over the place, you're sloppy with your business. No. Why? Because they need to be able to have some type of confidence in you that they're going to get their return on investment. And you can't show up and be all over the place. All right. So, how is your day to day business operations going to function? Are you using distributors? Is it drop shipping? Are you making your products by hand? How are you shipping out your products? Like, these are all the things that you need to start thinking about and putting it into your business plan. All right. So now that you got your operations down, your team. Who's your team? Who makes up your company? Most likely, if you're starting out, it's probably just you, or maybe you have a partner. But eventually, you want to build on your team. You can't be a one person show forever. You want to be able to go on vacation and things like that. That's the whole point of you starting your online business, right? You want your business to be able to still function whether you're present or not. So, who is involved? And maybe you don't have the funds to hire people right away, but eventually you're going to need an accountant or a bookkeeper. You know that you're going to need some type of legal counsel to help you with things. You know that you're going to, possibly need an assistant. You're going to need other employees. You may decide that, doing your own social media is not your thing. Maybe you want to hire a social media manager. Like, who's your team? Start thinking about these things, okay? And then last but not least, your financial analysis. How much money do you need to run your business? How much money do you need to start your business? Again, no one is going to invest in you. Well, one, you need to know how much money you're asking for if you're going to a bank or investors or things like that. But they want to know how they're getting their money back. Like, what's your pricing for your products? What's your profit margin on your products? You have to know these things, because how are you going to pay yourself out? You don't want to just be breaking even. In the beginning, you may not pay yourself out because you're investing everything back into your business. But you don't want to do that forever. So, and of course, if you're trying to bring on a partner, how are they fitting into this? You need to know your numbers. You may not have exact numbers, but you need to have some type of estimate. Like, for example, if you know that your financial goals are that you want to hit 1K a month, okay? Like, you got to think about that. You got to still take out money for taxes. You got to take out the money for paying yourself. You got to take out your money for, if you have employees or whatever the case may be. But you know that you want to profit $1,000 a week or month, whatever, right? So, how many units of your product do you have to sell? You have to know your numbers so that you can have projections for your business, financial projections for your business. You don't want to just take on a whole bunch of debt and then end up having to owe people all this money back, unnecessary debt, right? So, those are all the parts of your business plan. And once again, if you were in the Side Hustle Bootcamp, you actually have a worksheet in your back office to help you with this. And of course, you and I will discuss it during our coaching sessions or with another member of the team. But that's what I have for you guys. So if you guys have questions, ask. And if you are catching this on YouTube, make sure that you are subscribing to the channel, because once it reaches 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to be giving away to one lucky subscriber a $50 Visa gift card. So you definitely want to make sure that you are getting in the loop so you have the chance to win. So make sure you're subscribing. And of course, if you're catching this anyplace else, make sure that you are following, commenting, all of that good stuff, and share it with someone that you know. But until next time, this is Lanisha Holland signing off. Go be great. Go be your authentic self, because you are going to be so much happier that way. Bye.